televisions with a feel-good attitude.
In a few moments, Curtis calls. First, time for a news update as we join the studios of ITN and Denis Tuohy.
The Ulster Unionists are reported to be on the verge of returning to the Northern Ireland peace process this morning. But although leader David Trimble may take his team back to Stormont, it might be another fortnight before they actually sit down at the negotiating table with Sinn Féin. The Prime Minister Tony Blair visits North Wales today in a bid to galvanise support for a yes vote in the devolution campaign. Fresh from their double defeat in the Scottish referendum vote, the Tories are sending in Michael Ancram to urge people to vote no. The government is today being urged to give a pollution watchdog a boot up the backside for failing to get tough with firms that break the rules. Friends of the Earth claim legal limits on poison in water supplies had been broken about 2,000 times over the last 12 months, while the chance of firms being prosecuted was only 1 in 100. In a major policy U-turn, the United States has offered to sign a global treaty banning anti-personnel landmines, on condition it can still use them in Korea for another 9 years. Until now, the US has said it couldn't sign any treaty that limited its ability to defend South Korea from the north. That's it for now. I'll be back with another news bulletin later on.
In 5 minutes, our film is The Day the Earth Caught Fire. That's after a visit from Curtis.
It's dusk over West London here, Mr. Cameraman. Perfectly good word.
Didn't rhyme.
Did it? Find a different one then.
We'll think of something.
Good. Good night.
Now, Leo McKern stars as Armageddon beckons on the day the Earth caught fire.
Has been.
Call party time now on 0891 29 29 29. That's party time on 0891 29 29 29. Call now.
To become a Royal Marines Commando, your basic training has to be longer and harder than any other fighting force in the world.
Up the rope, not at me.
Week 1, it's confidence building.
Keep going then, you can do it. I've seen you do better before, you can do better again.
Week 13, it's built.
Yes! You can do it, can't you?
Do you have the strength of mind to become a Royal Marines Commando?
The new Ericsson GH688, made for business, good for life.
We are not gonna...
Who would I most like to have a one-to-one with? Tanya on checkout 21. I tell her about my new mobile phone. Up to you. You can buy one just as easily as buying your bananas. I use vouchers for my calls, and you're free because there are no bills or contracts to sign. Oh, if I could have a one-to-one with Tanya, I'd ask her out.
Up to you. The new pay-as-you-go mobile phone service.
The way I look at it, the 3 most stressful things in life are marriage, moving, and the big Saturday shop. I mean, it's a war zone. I tried it once. I got lost in aisle 654. Got my shins bruised in a nasty case of trolley rage. I mean, marriage guidance counsellor could have done a roaring trade at the checkout. I go to my local Somerfield. I get round really quickly. They've got what I want and you can't beat the savings. After all, if I wanted stress, I'd have stayed at home, wouldn't I? Right!
Western Australia's Bungle Bungle Ranges. Makes you wonder. If these are the bungles, what can the successes be like? Western Australia. Holidays of an entirely different nature.
See Western Australia from £749 return, flying Qantas and British Airways. For a free brochure, call Travel Bag on 0990 66 8888.